Hello, assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Today I am here to give you line by line explanation of this invocation of the rape of the lock, this mock epic. So I will explain all the 12 lines from this poem clearly that you can understand it easily. Before I start this mock epic poem explaining to you, I want to tell you some basic things that you should know. This poem is based on a real story, a real situation where a man named Lord Peter cut off a hair lock of another woman. You can see these are called hair lock. So he just cut off some of the hair of that woman's head. That's all. So this story or this poem is based on this real incident. Okay? There are some other basic things that you should know. The Rape of the Lock has published in 1716, so you can understand this is a 17th century mock epic. It is not the English that we are using right now or I am talking right now, but it is the early modern English language. That is why this language is a little bit tricky, or you can say a little bit hard to understand. And we also don't know what was the actual thought process of Mr. Alexander Pope while he was writing this mock epic. So I will try to give you my best shot to explain this line in a very, I mean, logical sense that you can understand it easily. Okay? And while you are reading it or trying to understand it, focus on the relationship between the sentences and also focus on the relationship between the lines. And you should be more careful about the punctuation marks. Okay, the punctuations are actually creating the bonding between those lines, so giving proper attention to the punctuation, you are going to understand those things clearly. And another important thing is line by line written explanation is also given in the description box of this video in my channel. Okay, so let's start the main work of our explanation. The Rape of the Lock, Canto 1. What dire offense from amorous causes springs? What mighty contest rise from trivial things? So, dire offense means serious offense or terrible crime, and amorous means strongly moved by love or passion of love. So, amorous causes mean love causes, and trivial things means small things or small matter. So it says these two lines are explaining that from small matter, small love affairs, dire offense can occur, mighty contest also can arise. Serious things can occur from a silly or a small things. These are the two strong satirical lines that gives us the ironic sense, as it says mighty contest can arise from trivial things. Okay, so if I sum up these two lines together, Alexander Pope has started his mock epic with the description that silly love affairs and small things can cause mighty contest and powerful conflict, and it also can bring serious situation, terrible situation in human life. Okay, and then in the next line, I sing this verse to Carol, muse is due. This even Belinda may vouchsafe to view. So who is Carol? Carol is his friend. Okay, John Carroll is his friend who told him to write the story about this little incident. Okay, so I sing means I'm singing or I'm praying this verse to Carol. He's praying this verse to his friend Carol as a muse. There is no other muse but the muse is his friend Carol. That what we can assume, because after Carol there is a comma and muse and then exclamation mark. So that means he is singing this verse to Carol, assuming Carol as a muse, as because it is up to him. This thought, writing this thing, it comes from his friend Carol, John Carroll. And in the next line, this even Belinda may vouchsafe to view. Vouchsafe means accepting or granting something in a welcoming or positive manner. So even Belinda can accept this thought or this literary work in a very welcoming or positive manner. So if I summarize these two lines, it will be, I am praying or singing to Carol, assuming as a muse, as it is up to him. Even Belinda may accept or give her consent to it. Slight is the subject, but not so the praise. If she inspire, and he approves my lays. So slight is the subject means, though this subject is very small, tiny subject, slight subject, but not so the praise. But its praise will not be a tiny one. It will be a highly praiseworthy work. When? If she inspires, who is she? She is refers to Belinda. So as we have already seen that the name of Belinda is already mentioned here, so that is why he is asking the inspiration to Belinda. Now you can ask me the question, why he asked the inspiration to Belinda? Because Belinda is the main character here in this poem, and also Belinda is the exact resemblance of Arabella Fermor in terms of beauty. Okay, so that is why he is urging for the inspiration, and he is also urging for the approval of his friend. This he is refers to John Carroll, his friend, as we have already seen that he is mentioning John Carroll in the in upper two lines. So he is asking, urging, and asking from approval to his friend John Carroll and Belinda to give their consent to write this literary work. So if I summarize these two lines, it will be, though the subject is very small, if she means Belinda inspires him and his friend Carol gives his consent to the poem, to the subject of the poem, then this tiny little subject will be a highly praiseworthy literary work. Okay, then in the next two lines, say what strange motive goddess could compel a well-bred lord to assault a gentle belle. So what is the strange motive he's asking? Goddess means goddess of poetry. Now he is asking to the muse, goddess of poetry, actual muse. Okay, could compel, compel means force or oblige to do something. Okay, forcing someone to do something. A well-bred lord, this lord is Lord Peter. Okay, assault means harm. Gentle belle is, this gentle belle is Arabella Fermor. Okay, so in these two lines, he is asking to the goddess of poetry, say what a strange motive, goddess. What is the strange reason, goddess, that force Mr. Lord Peter to assault, to harm a gentle belle? Why a gentle man harm another gentle woman? What is that strange reason that force him to do that? That is the meaning of these two lines. So in upper lines we have seen that he is invoking or asking or urging to his friend John Carroll and Belinda, assuming them as a muse, to tell him or to encourage him. But in these two lines he is actually asking or calling or invoking to the goddess of poetry, and trying to know from her what is that strange reason that forced Mr. Lord Peter to assault gentle belle like Arabella Fermor. Okay, so the summary will be, now Pope is asking to the muse, goddess of poetry, to tell him what is the motive that forced a well-mannered Lord Peter to harm a gentle, beautiful lady, Arabella Fermor. Oh, say what a strange cause, yet unexplored, could make a gentle belle reject a lord. What is that strange reason, a strange cause that yet to unexplore, yet to identify, that make a gentle belle reject a lord? I mean, why a gentle woman reject a gentleman? What is that reason? Why it's happened? He's asking the question to the muse once again here. So he's saying, say what is that strange cause or a strange reason that yet to unexplore or yet to know, that makes a gentle woman reject a gentleman. Okay, in these two lines. In the next two lines, In task so bold can little man engage, and in soft bosom dwells such mighty rage. So you see, one question mark, but the question, two questions are here. One is, in task so bold. Bold means fearless or daring attempt. So cutting the hairlock of Arabella Farmore is considered as a bold task or fearless task in this line. In task so bold can little man engage. Who is this little man? This little man is Lord Peter. So he is saying, how can a little man like Lord Peter can engage such a bold task or such a fearless task? Okay, in the second line, soft bosom means soft heart, bosom means heart, dual means living in someone's heart. That's the meaning of this line. Such mighty rage, I mean such anger, such hate for someone. So in soft bosom dwells such a mighty rage means, how can in a very soft mind stay such anger for someone? So when Mr. Lord Peter cut off the hairlock of Arabella Farmore, and then the hate she had for Mr. Lord Peter, I mean, how can such hatred can sustain in a soft mind of a woman? So this is the question of this is the second question here. So the meaning of these two lines will be, how can a little man like Lord Peter engage such a task, and how can such mighty anger can live in a soft bosom or chest of a woman, or how can a very soft mind stay? How can in a very soft mind stay such anger for someone? So these are the meaning of this is the meaning of these two lines. Thank you so much everyone for your patience. Inshallah, I will give you some, I mean, more explanation in future also. And yeah, thank you so much for your patience once again.